I'd like to start off by saying how lucky we are to live here. This community, I mean, it's more than just a town, it's the people in the town that make it all just the best place to live. Honestly, I would not live anywhere else. This is where I've chosen to live. My family doesn't live here, but all my friends do. And I've got the best job around, guys. I can guarantee y'all guys that. Guys, I really do appreciate all y'all in the room as well. I mean, we recognize the elected officials, and we recognize the board, but it's every one of y'all that are the reason that we're here. I mean, without y'all, this doesn't work. Without everybody being on the same page and working towards the same goal, we will never get there. So I do very much appreciate everybody in this room. At this time, I would like to invite up Jack and Harmony for the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, St. on that star-spangled banner yet wave, o'er the land of the free, and the home of the brave.
I'm thrilled to be here. Clinton is just one of my favorite places in my district, not just because it's a wonderful place, but because I got so much family in Van Buren County. My mom actually graduated from Southside High School, so I've got a lot of family in the area, but I'm thrilled to get to come up tonight. And I certainly want to thank all of y'all coming out and supporting the Chamber and the great work that the Chamber does. As Jason said, it's how a community comes together. And this being a wonderful community, part of that, you have to thank the businesses and the elected officials and the other folks that give the Chamber. It's just one of those institutions that truly makes a community special. And it's always, you can come to Clinton and you can tell that there's that community spirit, and it's so exciting to be here.
Welcome everyone here, a lot of movers and shakers of this town. Appreciate you all. It's a great community, like you said. Jim Burnett always loved his hometown. Ben Williams always, he was in World War II, and he said he was in several countries, and several of them. And he said, I wouldn't trade them all for Van Buren County. And that's true. The greatest people in the world live here. We're really fortunate to have the kind of people we have in this audience. I remember I grew up here and moved off for a little while and came back, and hopefully I'm here for good. He wanted to come down, play for the Hogs. He did, and he's still here. He's in Conway, Arkansas. He's got a family there. He's been a winner his whole life. So let's give him a winning welcome and a Clinton welcome to his winning quarterback.
This is a great honor to be a part of this evening in recognizing the best of Clinton business and the volunteers. You know, you can't beat people that come out in the community and want to serve the community. And I'm honored to be here tonight with the representatives and civic leaders here at this wonderful city of Clinton. The only thing Clinton doesn't have that, you know, I asked Richard about, I go, where's all your roundabouts? I come from Roundabout City, you know, Conway, Arkansas, and we got roundabouts everywhere. And but y'all are the leaders and the mentors of this great city, the ones you learn from, and the people we love to respect also, because you are the doers and the shakers and the people that do a lot of great things for this great community. And I'm so honored to be a part of it. I want to commend all you civic leaders for your hard work and your preparation and determination and desire to be the best that you can be. And that's the greatest thing. You know, being a former Razorback, you know, we strive for being the best. And we strive to continue to be the best. And I know we're, you know, lacking a little bit the last couple of years, and we're looking to get back on the winning ways. But I want to commend all the civic leaders for your hard work and your determination for this great community. You know, but my dad taught me that great golden rule of life. Treat people the way you want to be treated. And that stays with me. Like I mentioned, my mentors, that great attitude. That the 4 C's, I mentioned Calgagni. And I've kind of taken this upon myself, and I taught this my young son. First thing of the C's, courtesy. having courtesy every day, every single time, having great courtesy, having confidence in yourself, and having that great courage. I think that's very important. And then consistency being very important. And I mentioned my son Chase. His name's after a C. And my last name's Calgagni. I teach him and taught him those things. Also the golden rule of life. I think. But one last thing I'd like to talk to you a little more about. Lou Holtz. You know, a guy that I respect immensely. And I'll never forget that my senior year, we get elected to #1. Okay, as the old saying goes, you get to go on the Sports Illustrated cover. Okay, 1978 edition, the cover of Sports Illustrated. We took all kinds of pictures, you know, stage pictures. And Lou Holtz brought that picture to his office, and he called me in. Of course, I'm here, I'm in his office again. He slides that, first time I see it, he slides that picture over to me, and he says, "Ron, you ruined the picture. You ruined the picture." I go, "What do you mean, Coach? I didn't have the stage. I didn't have my chin strap buckled. No, my hair's hanging out of my helmet. I got a mustache." He goes, "No, look at it. Attention to detail, son. Attention to detail. It's the little things. It's the little things." He goes, "I'm going to be embarrassed for the rest of my life. I'm going to have to see this picture." And you know, I didn't know what he was talking about. And sure enough, on my jersey, there's a little string hanging on my jersey. And to this day, you know, attention to detail, Ron. The little things. Attention to detail. And as I grow older and see this picture, now they got the Photoshop and all that. A lot of times I get these Sports Illustrated signed, and there's no string hanging there. Some of these young whippersnappers, they Photoshop and correct that thing. But I'm glad they do. Sure enough. But is there Photoshop on that one? But hey, I've truly enjoyed being here tonight with you. So I thank you very much, and God bless you all.
At this time, I would like to recognize the royalty in the room. We have Senior Miss Van Buren County, Joanne Williams. Miss Van Buren, Heather Franco. And the Junior Miss State Fair Queen, Natalie O'Neill. This time.
Okay. Got a little closer. Well, I stand here before you today about 25 pounds heavier than I did last year. But I'm working on it. It's a new year. It's a lie. I'm not. I'm happily married with a beautiful wife. If anybody's ever seen her, you can kind of scratch your head and figure out why in the world did she choose him. I definitely outkicked my coverage for sure. But I got a beautiful wife, a beautiful little baby girl about a year old. Got another one on the way in May. So I'm extremely blessed. But I want to start off by recognizing Jason Hayes for what he does for this community and for the chamber in itself. Jason, we couldn't do what we do without you. We appreciate you, sir. You're such an asset to this community, and you deserve all the recognition in the world, sir. But speaking of how blessed I am to live here in Van Buren County, when my wife and I started dating back 2014, she asked me, one of the first questions she asked me on our date was, "Trey, where do you want to live when you grow up?" And I was like, "What kind of question is that? Right here in 72031. I want to live right here in Clinton." And she said, "You've lived here your entire life." She said, "Why in the world don't you want to branch out and go somewhere else?" I said, "Do you want me to tell you or you want me to show you?" And so the next 2 years of our courtship, we spent our time, of course we went other places too, but we spent the majority of our time right here in Van Buren County, right here in Clinton. Summers spent right here on the Pierce Ferry Lake, late night dinners at the Western Sizzlin', the Huddle House, the Bistro, all those fine eating establishments we have here. I took her to breakfast one morning. We met up, and she said, "Where are we going for breakfast?" And I took her to the hospital. Okay, and she looked, when we pulled in the parking lot, she looked at me, she said, "Are we visiting somebody?" I said, "Just give it a second." And we had a breakfast at the hospital at the cafeteria. And a lot of people don't know, but they've got a grill. And let me tell you something, they can cook up one of the meanest breakfasts you've ever had. And it's cheap as it could possibly get, let me tell you. But we went and we floated the river, we spent time on the lake, we went out in the woods, four-wheeler ride, and all sorts of good stuff. I let her tour the school because she wanted to be a school teacher. Tom still is a school teacher. And just, she fell in love with this place. And right after we got married, we built a house here. 255 Shady Lane is for sale, if anybody. Got two mortgages, and two mortgages are not fun, but I got one for sale. But anyway, we're sitting out on the back deck listening to a Yellow Jacket football game on a nice crisp afternoon with the fire going. And she said, "You know what?" She said, "One of the best decisions you've ever made, other than marrying me, was moving and living right here in Clinton." She said, this is home and it will always be home. So the greatest part about Clinton is everybody here and all that we encompass as a community. So blessed. Can't wait to continue to raise my family here and just establish the roots that keep on growing. But I've got some scholars. I'm sure these scholarship recipients out here are waiting for me to hand them their money, so I'll get going. We've got 3 scholarship recipients today from each school district in Van Buren County. Got one from Clinton, Shirley, and Southside B branch. Unfortunately, our scholarship recipient from the Shirley High School is unable to attend this afternoon. Her name is Miss Blagg, and I won't read you her whole resume here tonight, but she's wanting to attend UACCM and get her basic studies and then transfer to UAMS, where she's going to pursue a career in dental hygiene. So hopefully her dreams work out and she comes back here and practices right here in Clinton. Our next scholarship recipient comes from Southside B branch. And I know this young lady, she's a fantastic girl. She's got a fantastic family. She attends Southside High School as a member of the Beta Club and the Mutts Club. I'm assuming that is a dog club, but my 2 mutts would fit in for sure. She also assists as a teacher's aide and spends her time tutoring mathematics. She's also a very active member of the school's East program. She enjoys donating her time to her community by assisting with several fundraisers and events. One of her favorite events that she helps with is the Toys for Tots. She loves the season of giving and often donates a lot of her own money to those kids in need that benefit from that drive. She is an academic go-getter. Upon her graduation in high school, she's going to have 25 hours of college credit as she enters as a freshman in college. That's extremely impressive, considering that she's taken on all of her regular coursework as a high school student as well. She enrolled at UACCM at the ripe age of 16 and has proved her academic excellence throughout all of her extracurricular activities, as well as holding down a job in the fast food industry. She plans to continue her education at UACCM to pursue a degree in nursing, which she plans one day to be a neonatal intensive care unit nurse. And as a parent whose daughter spent a little bit of time in the NICU, there's not a person that you appreciate more than that nurse taking care of your little girl. So if you would please help me in joining Miss Megan Patty to the stage. She's the daughter of Teresa and Danny Patty. I know as a parent now how important it is to recognize the parents that raise these fantastic kids. And I'll tell you one thing that I've noticed about being a parent. I've never understood how much my parents loved me until a year ago, January the 26th, when I held that little girl for the first time. I now have an idea how much they love me. And I think my dad's here somewhere, but Dad, you never know how much I appreciate you. Our next scholarship recipient attends the Clinton High School And she is a member of the Beta Club, the Bible Club, the Lady Yellow Jacket volleyball team, and is a former member of the Lady Yellow Jacket softball team. She's volunteered at so many functions I ran out of room to list them, but these are a couple of her favorites. The Big Event, which is a large health fair event that the hospital hosts every year. The Clinton Chamber of Commerce Chili King Cook-Off. I've won that like 2 out of the last 3 years. She volunteers her time at the animal shelter, and she's also volunteered helping with the Ozark Health's annual fish fry, which is coming up this Friday. $10 tickets in advance, 12 at the door. The Clinton Down Syndrome Walk, and she just helps a lot of businesses around the Christmas season help throw their Christmas parties and events like that. She's also got such a superior work ethic and drive that it doesn't compare to her peers. She's worked at Radio Shack for most of her working career and has recently transitioned to Ozark Health and Medical Center, where she'll greet you with a warm smile and all she can do to help you to find where you need to go at the front desk. Her love for helping people is what's driven her to pursue her career in healthcare. Kaylin has, spoiler alert, Kaylin had begun shadowing great physicians like Dr. Steve Shetley and many of the other hospitalists that we have on the floor and surgeons, and she really fell in love with it. She started when she was in about the 8th grade, and she knew from there on that she wanted to become a surgeon. She also participated in Ozark Health's MASH program, which stands for Medical Applications of Science for Health. That'll be rolling out here in a couple of months too for all of our 11th and 12th grade seniors. The program gave Caitlin a variety of healthcare experiences that confirmed that she definitely wanted to be a surgeon or a healthcare professional. This young lady plans to complete the CNA program next summer that's offered by Ozark Health to better prepare her future in medicine. Now, her collegiate plans consist of going to Arkansas Tech University, where she'll complete her bachelor's and then apply to a medical school where she hopes to fulfill her dream of becoming a surgeon. With her excellent grades and work ethic, I have no doubt that she will succeed in her endeavors and she'll reach her goals. If you could help me in welcoming Miss Caitlin Prosser to the stage. And Caitlin is also the daughter of Treece and Edna Prosser. I'll also get the privilege this afternoon to introduce the 2020 Volunteer of the Year. And I can't tell you how excited I am to do this for one main reason. Last year I got to give this award to Mr. Terry Drew, okay? And Mr. Terry Drew, let me tell you a little bit about him. He's one of the most fantastic men I've ever met in my life, bar none. Now, however, when I gave him this award, by the end of the night, he could not walk through the double doors because his head was about this wide. Okay? Now, if Terry ever got pulled over, he would say, "Now, do you know who I am?" He said, "I am a card-carrying member of the Volunteer of the Year." So, now, Mr. Drew is your former Clinton Chamber of Commerce Volunteer of the Year. But our next person in charge is an absolute staple in our community, and we're so fortunate to have him. A few things about this individual and what he does for our community. He volunteers at every home and away football game, and he's right there cheering on the Yellow Jackets every down, every play, win or lose, and he's right there on standby if an injury occurs. And let me tell you something, he is the guy that you want on the worst day of your athletic career. He's also there for the majority of the basketball games and the tennis matches. Another service that he does is he provides all of the school physicals for Clinton and Shirley. He's offered that service free for about 10 years, and I'm sure more, but we've got 10 on record. He sponsored several basketball tournaments as well as volunteering to work the concession stand. And let me tell you something, if you've ever worked the concession stand, you can be a mathematician or a rocket scientist for NASA. But when a kid comes up to you with a $20 bill and gets 4 pickle sickles, a nachos, and a pretzel, and they've got 50s on the end, you sit there and question your intelligence about how much change you give. Sometimes I give them a little bit too much and then have to stick money out of my own pocket in the till just to make sure I've covered it. But he's also volunteered to help put on several basketball tournaments and sponsor various sports teams, the Hunger Run, the After School Prom, the prom committee stuff for Clinton and Shirley. Helps with the Clinton Down syndrome walk, and you'll see him running in every marathon that we've got around here. He loves to run and quite good at it. He's also served on the school board to help ensure that our education system's on the right track and to better our systems as the years go on. Now, this individual's been in our community for about 17 years, and like I said, an asset is an understatement. He's so very well loved by all his patients and everybody, all his friends and family in this community. And I can probably tell you, you can't mention his name, even if they're not a patient or just moved in, they know who he is or know about him. His selfless deeds are appreciated by everyone, and we're truly blessed to have him in our community. He and his family, Miss Tammy, Miss Emma, and their son Davis, who's unable to be with us tonight. Now, even though they are all Auburn fans, and we won't hold that against them tonight, please help me in welcoming to the stage your 2020 Volunteer of the Year, Dr. Keith Coward.
Wow. I was really confused when I got here. Saw two Ozark medical tables. I mean, there's a lot of decisions I make with my business I forget about. I guess Casey probably said I said yes. I don't even remember doing it. I gotta say, just been surrounded by great people. I mean, thank you for Tammy, Emma, and Davis. It's been a great place to raise a family. The staff I have at Ozark Health Medical Clinic, I mean, y'all are just, they're the reasons why it's so great. Their customer service is really good. Been through a lot with them, from good times and bad times. And I think just good friends. We've got my church family. They're here tonight. And I guess I just want to say, Philip always puts me in good positions. And we do a volunteer, we go everywhere together. Close friend. He drags me to all the Razorback foundations. I do always bid on the Auburn and Alabama game tickets. But I always say, I've been here 17 years, I've given $0 to the Auburn Football Foundation. I've given all my money to the Arkansas Razorback Foundation. I love the Razorbacks, I love the camaraderie of the football. I just love SEC football, period. But I just love because when the Razorbacks win, everybody's happy around here. When they lose, it's not very good. So thank you, Coach Musselman. You know, and we're excited to have Coach Pittman coming in here in June, I believe. So I just got, this is really a shock. It's really an honor. I was totally shocked. And really am. Really shocked. Just want to say, just thank you, Lord, Jesus, and bless me and my family. Thank you.
I'm done with the mic for now, so my blood pressure can rest. Next, we've got Business of the Year presented by Mr. Jason Hayes. Thank y'all.
So when presenting Business of the Year, Volunteer of the Year, you always want to try to make it a secret till the end and then let everybody know. But this one's kind of hard to do. I get as far as I can. They serve Van Buren County and the surrounding counties. They're a hospital. They provide home health. They have a 118-bed nursing home, 25-bed hospital. They have more than 400 people in the area. 8,500 ER visits a year they take care of. Physical therapy, rehab. I've got a list of events here, and it's not even all of them, and there's 50. And I go through here and you try to pick out, some that are more important than others, but they're all important because they're all supporting our community. And they're not just a business, they're a foundation block for the community. If you look at what makes a community great, it's the schools, it's the hospital, it's the healthcare, it's the building blocks of what makes us who we are. And we're lucky to have a local hospital. And for everything they do, they bring in so many services to rural Arkansas that you typically don't get in a rural atmosphere, where if somebody has to go for chemotherapy, they don't have to drive back from Little Rock, they can drive back from Clinton. Just taking care of the people around us. And really, what more can you say about a business that does that? But I do know somebody who knows more about this than I do. Everybody, I'm going to invite Mr. Deaton up and let him speak on this, but this year's Business of the Year is Ozark Health.
I think it's Ozark Health Night here. Dr. Gower is my personal physician, has been since we've lived here, so congratulations, Doc. Great team there. As Jason said, we have more than 400 employees, healthcare professionals, volunteers, board members, and then of course there's countless other healthcare professionals in the area that we work with. But there's not a higher calling, I don't think, than working in healthcare, serving your fellow man in their greatest times of need. So it's just really an honor to serve our community and serving this area since 1950. So 70 years, if my math's correct. And we still have a long ways to go. The community really supported this hospital back 16 years ago. We moved into the current facility. I was reading a little brochure on the table, and it said the new facilities. It was new in 2004, but if you came in today, you might think that it's way newer than that because our team keeps great care. So thank you for the honor tonight, and it's an honor to be a part of the Clinton area, and thank you very much.
At this time, I would like to recognize some past chamber board members. We have a past member, Miss Lori Blagg, rolled off the board. We do miss her, but she still stops by and visits and lets us know what she thinks. Keeps us in line from time to time. So, Miss Lori, we got a little something for you if you can come on up. past president is none other than Mr. Todd Treece. Todd was a very good president. He asked me what I wanted to do and let me do it, and that was great. But we're all moving in the right direction. He was always supportive, and just great insight. And without his leadership, I don't think, we would get where we're at today. I mean, it takes all of us working together and all of our ideas really to get where we are. And just want to say thank you, Mr. Treece. You want to come on up? At this time, I would like to invite up Mr. D.L. Webb, and he is going to auction off Ozark Hills Parkway. This is a small street just south of Morgan Law Firm at the Morgan Park there.
You're doing good. Keep trucking.
And with the winning bid, you get naming rights. You can plant flowers, mow it if you want to. The city does not mind. Fill the potholes. I mean, the options are unlimited.
Very good. You're doing well. Yeah, I don't need a microphone.
All right.
I don't think I need a microphone. All right. It's been very serious tonight. I was sitting back here in the back and I thought, boy, this is a real serious meeting. Dr. Coward started crying. I was about to cry myself back there. So, we're going to end up lightening it up just a little bit here at the end. I want everybody to raise your hand. Everybody raise your hand. This is how we do. You've now got, that's auction 101. That's all you got to do. I'll do the rest. And then I'll pick somebody. You get the naming rights of the thoroughfare through downtown Clinton. Here we go. Everybody ready? $10,000. Nobody move. I don't care where you start. Here we go. $500. You get the naming right to the road. $200.
200.
There. $300. I'm bid 2 now 3. 200 now 3. I'm bid 2 now 3 for that naming rights. I'm bid 2 now 3. 3 there now 4. 3 now 4. 300 now 4. I'm bid 3 now 4. My 300's over now 400. 3 now 4. 4 here now 5. First 4 here now 5. Y'all around. 4 over now 5. 4 here now 5. 4 over now 500 anywhere. 400's over now 505 there. 6 500 now 6. 500 over now 600. Y'all around. My 500 now 6. 500 over now 6. Now it can be your name. It can be your business name. Whatever. You can name it after your kids. I don't care. I'm bid 500, 600, 500 here now 6, 500 now 600, 5 now 6, name that road yourself, 500 now 6, 500 here now 600, y'all are out. There, you're out now, 700, 6 7, 6 here now 700, 6 here now 700, 6 up now 700, 6 up here now 7, 6 here now 700, it's just $100, that's all it is. Better bid for something else.
How many weeks I can eat for $100?
I don't know. I'd starve if I had to do that. 600, 700, y'all around. 6 here now, 700. 600 now, 700, naming rights. I bid 6 here now, 700. Anywhere. $700. There. 800. I bid 700. 800. Now y'all have already got to sign up. Just think of the cost savings that would be that you don't even have to put up a sign. I bid 700, 800, 7 here now, 8, 700 and 800, 7 8. My 700 and 800, 8 bid 7 8 anywhere. My 700 and 800, the name rights of the road, 7 800. My 700 over now, 800, $800. Anybody? Last call, $800. They're not moving. Nobody's there, but they don't want to scratch their head, their nose, nothing. I bid 700 there, $800. Sold it. $700.
Thank you, Mr. Webb. Thank you, Mr. Goode. We appreciate you. Everyone, this concludes our evening. You're more than welcome to hang out and visit. To me, that's actually my favorite part, is just getting to see all the people we don't get to see throughout the year. Any way that the chamber can help y'all, let us know. Any ideas y'all might have, let us know.